Hello everyone, this is Vancha and today I'm going to do another look at a new art book. This time I picked up The Art of Titanfall. It's from Udon Entertainment and it was released about 1 or 2 weeks ago. Just in time, of course, for the actual release of the game. And I will be showing off what the contents of this massive, around 200 pages worth of artwork is. Of course, you do have the front cover here. It also is with a hardcover, of course. As you can see, no, you may see glare right now and my face. The actual front is a little bit more nice than the actual, the flip cover. But all in all, it's not too bad. This is the actual very first image that you will see when you open up the art book. This is more of I would say this in space, I believe. Although it's a little bit odd when you look at this character here. He's like hanging on a spaceship, rather. And it looks like the sun, although it could be something else entirely. Of course, a very fine first page, Titanfall, the Art of Titanfall, the contents, and also a foreword of Joel Emsley. The contents of the book are, first you have the Titans and the pilots, then you of course also have the vehicles and the weapons and the technology around the world. There's a very big contents of the locations, the maps in the game, and then of course you also have some of the graphics and the main art sketches of the game, and of course also an afterwards, which is provided by Vince Zampella. Of course, this is the very first page that you will see right now. One of the cities, I believe this was one of the first maps playable in the beta as well. And of course also the introduction. Then, right off the bat, we are going off with the Titans and the pilots. We are starting off with the ogre. As you can see right here, a pretty darn nice looking ogre. You can also see a human right here for size comparison. Another look at the ogre and also one of the endgame views. Also a big, graphical style of the ogre as well. Then one huge image of an endgame view, as you can see, quite nicely done. It even has the UI and everything in it. I really hope that this will look as decent on my PC as well. It probably will. Then another look, I believe, is from the... I have no idea what it is. It's not from the ogre. As you can see, this is the rifle of one of the pilots. And this is the first interior that they made for the actual Titans. Then we have the Atlas, which was already playable in the beta. And this is a mixed bag of the ogre and the strider. Again here, together with a view of one of the soldiers for size comparison. And another show off of the... No, I believe... no, yeah, that's the Atlas, alright. And the reason why they called it Atlas was because they placed a globe on as a face. So it's a little bit reminiscent as from a planet. Then we of course have the strider, which is very slim compared to the other two. Sadly though, only 2 pages of the Strider, because we are already starting off with the militia characters. The game doesn't really have a full-fledged campaign. The campaign will be told throughout the actual multiplayer, and these are just 2 of the actual characters that will be talked about. And this is another character. This one is from the IMC. And another character. I have no idea who these are, but I guess we'll find out soon enough when the actual game launches. One of the outfits for the actual pilots. And again, with a female character as well. Then you have the rebels, as you can see. Different than from the actual militia pilots. Then you also have the specters, which are mainly, well, I guess there are small robot kinds of looking. Especially if you look at the face right here. Then of course the grunts, those you will slay tons of in game. And something very interesting. The last page of the characters are the creatures, because yes, there are actual creatures in the game that you will have to combat as well when you are playing in the multiplayer. Some maps contain wild creatures and they will not back down if they see you. Some will attack just to have some food for themselves, or others will attack you because you are entering their territory. Then we are entering the vehicles, of course, and the weapons and the technology. Here's one of the spaceships that you will see often in game. From here out, you will launch with your Titan, or the Titans will drop down from these ships. Again, the spacecraft, all different kinds, as you can see. Some smaller ones here as well. Another spacecraft, the Annapolis. And over here you have the brick ship, or, well, different kinds of brick ships, if you ask me. Then you also have the destroyer, which I believe has also been appearing in trailers as well. 2 of the hangars. Then other spacecrafts, the Redief. Just too bad that you won't be able to pilot them. Maybe in Titanfall 2, who knows. And another spacecraft, the Birmingham. Well, if they make this many kinds of spacecrafts, I do have to wonder, why not use them more often in the game as well? So I believe you will see more of that either in DLC, because yes, there has been a season pass announced for the game, sadly, with I believe 3 DLC packs in it. And of course there will also be a Titanfall 2, probably in a year or 2, of course. Then you have a Goblin dropship, not for actual goblins, of course. Those are mainly for, let's say, the grunts. Another vehicle, the Hornet. We're about 1/4 into the book. Then you have a dropship copter, sorry. And of course also the dropship pods. And another vehicle here, the Phantom. I really love this of all of these. They're very nice. Then you have the bomber here as well. You know, if the vehicles actually were available for the in combats, then well, the bomber would be one of the strongest ones of all. We have some cars here as well, the Samson, an assault car, and actual tanks here as well. They're still available in the future as well. And we also have the trucks. That's one huge looking truck there, if you see the actual small human there. Some copters could actually land on that one. And we have one mastodon of a truck here as well. Some construction kits as well. And an actual commercial vehicles. Okay. Why would they add this in the game? Not really that useful in war, but oh well. Or at least not in online matches. Some more industrial machines, because you know, Titans are not only for destruction, they're also for construction. Industrial Titans. They're a little bit similar to the Atlas Titan, I believe. At least in size comparison. Then you have some gorilla tanks here. And also some drones. And here we have the weapons. This is one of the assault rifles. And another one of the assault rifle is the R101C Compact. This is the main rifle that you begin with. Different kinds of ammunition here. And even more different kinds of rifles. And here we have also the rocket launchers and the arc cannon. This is one of my favorite anti-tank weapon in the game. We also have battle rifles, which I'll probably never use. I'm not one of a sniper type of person. Shotguns. The RGR-80 launcher. Also the Avenger here. The wingmans. Not really sure if that was the auto-aim gun. I believe not. We also have a railgun here. Not really sure if that will be available for play, but oh well. We have a data knife. Some of the helmets. And then we are onto the locations of the game. That's one of the bases right here. First up we have, of course, training grounds. It has to be the first actual map that you should play. As you can see, there are some, well, pointers to shoot at. You can also see the map in action here, because you have some Titans running around as well. Then you have Angel City. This was one of the beta maps, one of the 2 beta maps available. Another big view of Angel City here as well. They really added a ton of pages here for Angel City, so oh well. Again, Angel City, the harbor, where one of the sites begin when the match starts. And again, Angel City, one of the interiors of the game. And why not a little bit more of Angel City. And one hell of a tree here, because that one will never fall down, even if you blast rockets on them. And I believe that this should be the last page of Angel City. Oh god, it's like 12 pages of Angel City alone. Oh no, never mind. Here we have some more Angel City. Because, you know, never enough angels. Ah, finally, one of the outposts in the game. Also a map, of course, that is playable. Because yes, not every map will be played on Earth, of course. There's also another view from the outpost, the interior. Then you have Fracture. This was also a map playable in the game. I believe that this one also had quite a lot of pages as well. And some nice construction there. Not really well, clearly not really home anymore to people. Another top look from Fracture. And again, I believe this is the last page. One of the destroyed homes. No, never mind. This should be the last page then. Again, Fracture. No, again, Fracture. Ah, god damn it. Too much Angel City and Fracture, seriously. Finally, something new. One of the other locations here, Demeter it is called. I kind of wonder what this is. This should look like a sun, of course, but just damn close to it. It's like you should be living on Mercurius for that. Another look at Demeter. At least without all of the sun right now. You also have the colony. This map is home to the rebels in the game. So you should call that this should be like the favela that you all know from real life. Tight corridors, a lot of tight corridors. Great for camping, which I kinda hate, but oh well. And I believe that this should be the last page of Colony. A lot of pages for Colony as well. It's kinda odd. Nope, never mind, this is the last page. Again, I was wrong. It's like the third time already, damn it. Personally, I haven't finished the book yet either. There's some artistic work, again, of Colony. I'm still reading it. As you can see, there is quite a lot of texts. Most of the titans, the weapons, the locations, everything has their background story that is written in the book as well, which is quite nice to have. Ah, one of my favorite locations in the game, even though I've never played it yet. This is Boneyard. This is a huge planet with giant monsters running around. Just look at this. I mean, you actually have the skeleton here all the way to the back. And you can actually see that this is an actual base here as well. It's just awesome. I mean, if that's just a part of the skeleton, then you could just imagine that this is one of the monsters. As you can see, come on camera, look at me. Down here, you actually have trees as well. So, you could say it's kind of like a dinosaur, but even bigger than that. It's like 10 times bigger than an actual dinosaur. I do wonder if you will see one of these in game. I sure hope so. We will definitely see some of these flying around in Drybone. They will try to capture us if we get higher up. Because you can also run on a skeleton, as I've seen yet. Again, a picture of Boneyard in action. This is more of the, well, one of the encampments of the game. You can also already see some of the actual, well, monsters. I'm not really sure what they are called, flying around. And here you can have a clear view of how big one of these skeletons actually is. You have two pilots here, and behind that you have one huge skeleton. And there's one on the back, on the bottom here as well. And again, just to end it, some more pictures of Boneyard. And again, to end this, we have another picture of Boneyard. Now we have corporates. This is mainly a home location for the IMC or the militia classes. Definitely more modern looking than the, let's say, the favela location in the colony. It's kind of awkward. You have tons of characters of Fracture and the colony. Then you have 2 pages of corporates. I believe that this was probably one of the later maps that they added in the game, because the next page is again something different. Overlook. I believe that they announced 15 maps for the game, but I believe that there are only around 13 maps in this art book here. So 2 of them aren't really in it just yet. Another map, Nexus. Not really sure what this one is for. It does look like civilization has run its course here as well. A better view of, or more detailed view of Nexus. And here it's like a black and white screen. It's like from the old times, which is kind of awkward. Again from Nexus. And again. Now a new location, the airbase. This home, of course, to the IMC class here as well. Is heavily defended by them as well, but well, if they get attacked, well, they get attacked. And where there's a will, there is a way to destroy it. Again, another look at airbase. And a sketch of what the main building looks like. Again, one huge ass building, as you can see. Or rather, I would almost say that this thing could fly away, perhaps. This is more of like an engine type of thing. And I'm almost there. Page 165 right now. Another look at airbase. And I believe that this is the last. I believe it should be called the command center. No, this is the last one. A sketch of what it looks like in game. Oh, I mean inside of the base, sorry. And of course also in game. And here we have another look at a Atlas. Something a little bit made more with nature. A map is called Lagoon. As you can see, a lot more terrain here. Forests, mountains, water as well. There are a lot of huts here that were built on water. If a Titan would walk on that one, it would probably sink or just get destroyed by it, but oh well. another look at Lagoon, which doesn't really look... there is not a lot of wood in here, but oh well. There's the future. Maybe trees are becoming extinct as well. And the last page of Lagoon. At the bottom you can actually, or well, you can see a little bit of it. We also have a fisherman around here as well, because there are actually fish hanging around the base. And that was it. Now we have the graphics, or well, more like logos, billboards that were added in the game for maintenance galley, coffee, ladder, corridors, electric panel, storage, gas vent, garbage, Marvin storage, what the hell is that? Weapons, radioactive, and maintenance. You have some different kinds of EMC logo labels here as well. And at the bottom you have some funny looking drawings for Titans. Then you also have some different kinds of billboards in the game. Need hands? It's from Hammond's Robotics. Some maquettes of the game. Now something very cool as well. Oh, this is on a very odd looking character here as well. Or rather a different kind of suit that I haven't seen before. This is very cool. A full-size Titan was made in real life, just in order to promote the actual game. I believe it was set up at E3 of last year. And this is one very nice looking Titan. Damn, I would love to have that in my backyard. And of course we have a last page with an afterwards by the CEO of Respawn Entertainment, Vancha. Sadly Jason West isn't among them anymore, but oh well. Hopefully one day he'll be able to return. And of course also the credits of the actual book. And to end it. So this was The Art of Titanfall by Udon Entertainment, available now at, well, Amazon of course. And I hope you enjoyed it. This was Vancha, and see you next time. See you later.